Grizzlies' nightmare scenario for 2025 NBA trade deadline. The Grizzlies could vault their contender status even further with a big move at the trade deadline. It's safe to say that the Memphis Grizzlies mean business this year. They've emerged as one of the favorites in the Western Conference with their 31-15 record, good for third best. It's clear that Memphis is keen on carving out a deeper playoff run compared to the past few seasons. But for as strong as the Grizzlies have looked, they still have some room to make some upgrades. In fact, it's safe to say they're interested in adding a defensive-oriented wing to play alongside Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., who have been phenomenal for the team's backcourt and frontcourt, respectively. With the trade deadline approaching, the Grizzlies' front office has a golden opportunity to fortify their roster before the postseason rolls by. Furthermore, they have enough assets to entice some teams. However, it's not only Memphis that will be busy going into the deadline. With other contenders also looking to beef up, all of the intentions of upgrading could be flushed down the toilet if the front office fail to play their cards right. In fact, here's what Grizzlies' nightmare scenario for 2025 NBA trade deadline would look like. Grizzlies search for missing championship piece. Given that the team has already filled up their roster's backcourt and frontcourt needs, they could potentially be just one sizable wing player away from being a championship team. Earlier this year, the Grizzlies were trying to pursue Premier 3 and veteran Dorian Finney-Smith. However, they struck out when the Brooklyn Nets traded him to the Los Angeles Lakers. Fortunately for Memphis, there are still a handful of two-way wings who are still available on the trade block. However, the Grizzlies are in for a tough race, especially when contenders are also looking to beef up their depth in the wings. It would be a terrible missed opportunity if the Grizzlies comes away with nothing once the trade deadline has passed. Missing out on Jimmy Butler's sweepstakes. With Finney-Smith taken off the market, the next best option for the Grizzlies to pursue is Jimmy Butler. Butler has grown frustrated with the Miami Heat as his relationship with the organization continues to deteriorate. The Heat have already suspended him twice. As a result, Memphis should be giving the Miami a call. However, there's a major catch. Butler has revealed that he'd be open to play anywhere except for the Grizzlies without a clear reason why. Nonetheless, pursuing a disgruntled star like Butler can easily alter the landscape of the Western Conference playoff race. A potential trio of Butler, Morant, and Jackson Jr. can rival against the best teams in the league. Furthermore, the Heat front office can still opt to trade him to the Grizzlies, given that Memphis does have some interesting assets. But aside from the six-time NBA All-Star not having the Grizzlies in his preferred landing destinations, Memphis is also facing stiff competition in the Butler race. Besides them, the Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors, New York Knicks, and the Phoenix Suns have all been tied to the Heat star. Failing to land Butler would be a huge missed opportunity for their title hopes. Currently, Butler is averaging 17.0 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.8 assists per outing, failing to land Cameron Johnson. Although the Grizzlies failed to land Finney-Smith, the Nets still have another 3-and veteran in Cameron Johnson. Johnson is also having the best year of his NBA career, putting up 19.4 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per outing. The 6'8" forward doesn't have the all-star caliber like a Butler's. However, he might just be what the doctor ordered for Memphis championship hopes. Johnson brings in size and shooting, allowing him to make an impact on both ends of the floor. But more importantly, he also possesses some playoff experience, having helped the Suns make it all the way to the 2021 NBA Finals. Bringing in Johnson would also be much cheaper at $22.5 million compared to Butler's $48 million salary. However, like the Butler race, there are also plenty of teams trying to attain the services of Johnson. In fact, it's a huge reason as to why the rising Nets forward has been a hot figure in the trade rumor mill. Failing to land Johnson will be a huge disappointment, as his addition can ultimately swing the tide to the Grizzlies' favor as the final piece to the puzzle. Moreover, should Johnson land in a Western Conference rival, Memphis might be made to instantly regret not going all out for him.